With me now is Secretary General of the Malaysian Gas Association, Rosman Hamzah. Now, Rosman, how much has natural gas contributed to the socio-economic growth of Malaysia?
So basically, if you map the GDP growth and if you map the consumption of the natural gas growth, it's basically you can see that it rises in tandem with each other around 1990s to 2010. So gas has been driving the socio-economic growth of Malaysia, and it also enables the expansion of energy access. So how? It's basically throughout the Peninsular Malaysia, we have this gas transmission pipeline called PGU, which is the the Peninsular Gas Utilization Pipeline. So the pipeline basically supplies to all the load centers in the West Coast, including to the power plants, which in turn supplies electricity to the industry and also to the consumers. So combination of all the energy access basically has managed to increase the energy needs of Malaysia and thereby improve the socio-economic development. In fact, if you look into the gas industry per se, it brings in about 135 billion ringgit per annum, and it also provides about 80,000 jobs to the wider economy. And today, Malaysia is basically a next exporter of gas, where we export gas in two forms. One is using the gas in the gaseous form in the pipeline, where we export to Singapore, and we also export liquefied natural gas, which is LNG. Through the sea carriers where we export throughout to the world, especially in the Far East. So our liquefaction plant, where we liquefy the gas into LNG, is located in Bintulu, and in 2021 we basically exported 24.7 metric ton per annum, which makes us the 5th largest LNG supplier in the world after Qatar, America, United States, Australia, and also Russia.
Amazing. Now, where does the natural gas future lie in Malaysia's energy mix amidst the energy transition? Okay.
So first of all, we have to admit that prosperity in the world is not balanced. We have certain regions who are what they call it, encouraging us to race into net zero as quickly as possible. On the other hand, around the world, you still have about 759 million people who have no access to electricity, and about 2.6 billion other people who basically do not have access to clean cooking. So for developing nation like us, whenever we want to prosper or energy transition, we look into balancing the energy trilemma, which is balancing the the energy security, energy equitability, and also environment sustainability. So therefore, when we do talk about energy transition, it must be pragmatic and also orderly and also equitable.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Rosman, for sharing your views with Money Matters.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me.